Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Excciiittteedddd and this is Excciiittteedddd rebranded. So on this channel we talk about business, money, investing, crypto. So anyway, in today's video guys, I want to talk about land. So I went for a land site visit and it was an experience because I actually have a playlist known as the land buying process in Kenya, and I started that playlist because I was actually trying to learn how to invest in land. Okay, I actually want to credit this company, Goshen Acquisitions. Again guys, this is not a sponsored video, but I always like sharing what I find, what I learn, and this is one of those times. So I was doing my research on the land buying process in Kenya. I wanted to understand how to go about it, and that's when I stumbled upon Goshen Acquisitions. I want to shout out a company known as Goshen Acquisitions Limited. So I've been researching about land, buying land, owning land in Kenya. However, this particular company, their blog is really amazing, their YouTube channel is really amazing. So I'm really going to shout them out because they've helped me really helped me come up with this video. If you're looking to buy land from a company, I would suggest Goshen Acquisitions Limited. Definitely go and camp at the YouTube channel, especially if you're in diaspora, or especially if you're very busy, to be honest, and you can't keep running around hiring a lawyer or doing due diligence and all this stuff. I just advise you to go to Goshen Acquisitions Limited. So guys, in my process of research, right, in the process of creating the videos on the channel, reading about the land buying process, learned a lot. And guys, you can definitely check out my videos to see the aspects that I was able to share. Something told me, Oli, why not hit up Goshen for a site visit and maybe even see them in action? These things that you've learned from their channel and from their website and from all the places that the founders are, why not call them up and experience part of this land buying process, right? So that's what I did, fam. That's what I did. I had been consuming a lot of Goshen Acquisitions content. I even stumbled upon the collaboration they had with sautisol, and they actually have a song with sautisol, and I was just like,
then multiply all your dreams and fantasies, yeah. Go over the ocean, it's Goshen.
Okay.
I'm in the home with you. I'm putting all my hope in you. And I could be anywhere in the world, but home is where I'm with you.
So the more I kept consuming about them and land and all that, the more I just felt, okay, maybe I actually need to reach out to them and tell them I want to see one of their lands. They are selling land from a place known as Imali. The specific place is called Imbuko. So Imbuko is along the Imali-Tok highway, where they are selling parcels of land, and they had 10-acre plots, they got sold out. They had 5-acre plots, they got sold out. So they were selling their 1-acre plots, right? I knew about this a long time ago, guys. I was just watching and telling God to just provide me income to actually try and purchase, because I was so intrigued with this whole process. To cut the long story short, I hit them up, I WhatsApp the number, and I arranged for a site visit, and we actually drive to Imbuko. That place is quite a distance. We had to wake up very early in the morning and be at Imbuko at least by noon. So it is quite a distance, I will not lie. And then we got there. It's hot. If you know Imali, it's hot, fam. Uko kwa Masai kuna joto. You're probably wondering, Olive, why did you reach out to Goshen? Why did you visit the land? So I wanted to tell you guys a few reasons why.
Over the ocean is Goshen.
So one thing I liked about Goshen was they're very information based. So from the YouTube channel, like, I learned a lot, and then going to the website you get all your answers there. When I reached out to the WhatsApp number, I had a lot of questions at first. Most of them were actually, all of them were being answered appropriately. If a company has just given me all the answers to all the questions I have, you're already in my good books, okay? The second thing I liked about them is their use of social media. You can see like their website is very seamless and easy to use. Like their social media platforms are active. Like you'll see on their stories, oh, we have gone for the land control board, where they, you know, have a meeting to change the, I think it's change the land ownership, right? You have to go for the land control board meeting. So they always have a good social media presence, and for me that's also a plus. So I liked that as well. So the website, the social media pages. Third thing I liked about them was their collaborations. So I don't know if you guys have noticed, but they have actually collaborated with people that I follow a lot, one of them being Just Ivy. They've collaborated with sautisol. So already I was just like, these guys keep showing up in my books. I mean, let me give them a shot. So that's another reason why I decided to do this. The fourth one was the founder. I'm a huge fan of CTA. I don't know if you guys follow this channel called Cleaning the Airwaves. I'm watching a series, and then boom, I'm just seeing there Solomon Wangwe's CTA, and watching that CTA and learning how the founder actually started this company, where his passion came from. He was in the US. He used to do kind of like flipping houses. He became good at it, but he was planning to come back home, and when he came back home he wanted to buy land, and he went looking for land. He didn't even have the money for the land. The church and the mom's friends are the ones who helped him buy the first parcel of land. I don't know if it's in Kansas City. Guys, I was just watching that CTA and I'm just like, wow. I don't know, maybe also because I'm a business owner and I know the journey of starting a business, the story behind the grind, the hustle. That CTA was that, let me tell you guys, that one is what just like sealed the deal for me. Yeah, so that CTA really sealed the deal for me. I learned a lot. I resonated with him.
And then when we got to Konza, what they were selling was really huge. It needed many of us to get together. So I spent the next 3 weeks driving there every other day, literally 60 kilometers one way, randomly stopping Maasais, driving into their homesteads and asking if they would sell me some land.
What? So this was your sales, but now from a buyer's perspective.
Yeah, I was back
total
door knocking,
strangers.
door knocking in a Toyota East in the Savannah grasslands. This was long-term land banking, long-term wealth building, diversify the portfolio, hold some land.
Okay.
I'd seen my mom do that. It worked out well for the family. I've heard stories from everyone in their show. No Kenyan.
And then another reason why I wanted to reach out to Goshen and see the land and possibly buy the land is purchase by affiliation. So what I mean by purchase by affiliation is, guys, one, the type of neighbors you would be having at Imbuko. So why I'm saying this is because also the type of clientele that Goshen has attracted is, I want to say, good quality. I feel like Goshen attracts a certain target audience, like a certain group of people, and these are people who are going to be your neighbors in the future when they have developed roads and that whole place is actually a neighborhood. These are the people who would be your neighbors. Kina sautisol would probably be your neighbors, like probably. You see what I mean? Like purchase by affiliation, like the neighbors or the people that Kina Caroline, Kina sautisol, and Kina Ivy have attracted to that piece of land or that place. I don't know if you guys get me, and if you get me, please comment down below. So that is also one of the reasons I was intrigued to actually go visit. Why not go and have a look? So those are actually the reasons why I reached out to Goshen. So I want to show you guys the site visit itself. Like when we arrived at the site, they fed us. It was such a nice snack box, a macaroon and I think a meat pie, but I love it. Anyway, so they fed us. It was really nice. They had umbrellas because it was hot as well. So I like the fact that the umbrella is, you know, the umbrellas were just on standby when the sun just comes. We were all covered. And now, because I was there in March, now as I'm looking at the social media pages, they've fixed roads. So the roads have actually been made, which is really, really good, because if you were to go and visit your plot of land, you can easily go visit your plot of land. I forgot to tell you guys that another reason why I vibe with this company is the honesty behind the communication, the emails, the response, the honest integrity vibes. You can feel them, even your gut tells you. I want you guys to check out the site visit. I want you to hear what Mr. Solomon was telling us.
Right? It's actually more important than your title deed, as long as it's certified. So most important one is called a green card. Number 2 is this, then your title deed. So if someone shows you a title deed and it's not indicated here, then investigate further or treat it suspectly. Right? So you can see that's a subdivision of former Imbuko Group branch. This is Kaputier South. This is sheet number 4 for Kaputier South, which covers a large area, and we are within Imbuko. I'm sure you all saw the PDF brochure with the outlay of Imbuko Group branch. This is it. This belongs to the indigenous Maasai community out here. We are about 65 kilometers from the border with TZ. Yeah. Now, just to orient you, Mombasa Road is up that way. We drove down 33 kilometers on the tarmac, and where you found me waiting, we turned in and we drove exactly 5 kilometers to the T junction, which is this road. Yeah, somewhere down here. And then we came up 2 kilometers exactly, and then we've come 2.2 kilometers in. If that makes sense. So I was holding it exactly the way we are oriented. So obviously tarmac is national government. The Maram roads are Kajiado County roads, which is why they are Marammed. It's their responsibility to do so, including ours, but if we wait for them, it'll take forever. That road that we came up this way has taken 10 years to Maram. As you can see, they're just doing it. Actually, 3 weeks ago, it wasn't Marammed. Yeah, so timing is everything, I guess, because we've been invested out here for 10 years. 2012, March of 2012, I believe. So I'm happy to see that they're finally working on the roads, because that means you can come even when it's raining. You know, if you're planning to farm and use your land actively, that small stuff like that is important. Otherwise, you need one of these to come and go, right? So this is former Imbuko Group Ranch. The average size of land each Maasai was given back then, and they range, you can tell from the shapes, but I'll use the smallest one. So the smallest one was this one here. That was a 310 acre block. Yeah, so this one, for example, that's 633 acres, belongs to Jackson.
We passed him, he's on the road.
The Maasai guy standing over there. He's our site guy, so if you're ever coming here on your own and you don't remember how to get here, or you need stuff done, you want to fence, you want to do this or that, Jackson's our guy, because he's a neighbor in you know, on that block, 807. So just to give you an idea of the scale, these were giant pieces of land. Giant for Nairobians, not so much for Maasais. They tend to sell in units of 50. To them, that's the size of a plot. It's 50 acres. And that's exactly what we did. We first purchased 85 acres here. And then we added 50. Then we added 50 here. Then we added 70 here. And you can tell sort of which ones are ours because they're all subdivided. It doesn't mean that the others aren't. It just means that they did not complete the process of updating the registry index map, which is a common issue in Kenya, because title deeds are usually registered before this is done, so people don't feel they need to update the registry index maps. But we tend to go all the way, and as it turns out, that's important if you're going to get your new generation title deed, because without this and your title indicated here, They put it to the side for investigation in case of fraud, blah, blah, blah. And who knows how long that will delay your titles, right? So always ensure when you get a title deed, it's accompanied with a registry index map showing the title on the map, and it has to be certified by the district surveyor. You pay for them, it's about 300 shillings for each one. There's only one of these at Kajiado, and I think they keep a second one in Ruaraka, the headquarters for Survey of Kenya, and it has to be updated manually, which can take time, which is why another reason a lot of people don't complete the process. So always make sure you get a certified copy of one, right? So far, I think you know where we are, right? So we drove down this way. Where we turned in is right over here. You can see that road. That's where Jackson and the machines are. Yeah, and then we came down and turned in a bit this way. So as you can see, this says 8993. This is a mother parcel that we subdivided further into 1 acre plots that we're currently selling, that you saw in the PDF brochure. The only reason we were able to do this is because we finally got approval to do change of user. And you can tell from the general look of the place, change of use from agricultural to residential. So these are all agricultural lands. It's how they're typically zoned, even though the Maasais don't necessarily do crop farming, they do livestock ranching. They keep goats, sheep, and cattle, even though there's not too many cattle alive now. But the county is keen to, I guess, protect the cultural norms of the community that owns the land. And so it takes time. It took us 5 years to finally get our approval. So that's 8993. And when the subdivision is too intricate to fit here by hand, they create an inset, a larger one, which is why it says C inset number 1, right? So we're together up to that point, right? So title deed should be accompanied with a certified copy of the mutation form and the RIMs. So with each title, you get those 3 for records, right? So
that is pretty much it. If you'd like to actually purchase the pieces of land by Goshen, they have a few lots left from the Imbuko area, and they're mostly they're only 1 acre plots, and currently they're going for 999, so that's 999,000. You can definitely visit their website. There's a WhatsApp number. Just use that number to reach out, and then you'll be assisted. You can book a site visit if you'd like to go, and you learn a lot. Like personally, I'm just excited to see other pieces of land that they will be selling. Someone probably will ask me, Olive, what is the probable use case for this land? So from what I've seen, when we were there, the vibes of that place are quite dry. It's quite a dry area, so I'm not really sure if agriculture would do well. However, the mountain is like the peak of the whole experience. So I don't know if you guys are pro nature, but I am pro nature. The vibes I got are probably if you want to build like a vacation home or like a holiday cottage type of vibe. So for me, what I got from the area, or rather if you were to purchase this land, minus the reasons I gave you, but you're looking at the land itself and how it's going to be of value to you as an investor. One, you could buy it to hold it and then maybe sell it in future when the prices go up, because land always appreciates. So yeah, so that would be one of your reasons. You just want to buy and hold, preserve your cash in land, and maybe in the near future you will just sell that land and get back your money and do something. Or you could probably consider building something. So most of the people there you could hear were saying they want to build a holiday home where they can leave the city, drive to Emali and go to their holiday homes. And the fact that the Mount Kilimanjaro is like right there and then the Imbuko is kind of neighboring Amboseli. So I believe there are times I've heard the animals can actually come to that place. So that is an experience of its own, if you get, if you get me. So yeah, a holiday home could work. Anyway, yeah, that is it for today's video, guys. I hope you've learned something. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you've seen the mindset I was having reaching out to Goshen. The site visit was A1. I actually want to take this opportunity to shout out to the Goshen Acquisitions team. Y'all are doing a good job. Definitely reach out to them and yeah, maybe purchase your lot of land that faces Mount Kilimanjaro and possibly have Sautisol and Caroline Mutuku as your neighbor. That's it for today's video, guys. I want to remind you guys to start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can. I love you guys, and bye. See you on the next one.